Welcome back from that short break. Now, from a bill seeking economic amnesty to other issues that were considered, let's give you a roundup of some of the issues in the National Assembly this week.
The House of Representatives has urged the executive to posthumously confer on late Chief Moshood Abiola the highest national honor in recognition of his sacrifice for the unity, peace and progress and development of Nigeria, Africa and the world. This followed a motion sponsored by Representative Sani Zoro, which stated that the federal government has not conferred any award on the pan-Nigerian politician who died on the 8th of July, 1998. Lawmakers who spoke in support of the motion across regional lines say the late politician, who is adjudged to have won the June 12, 1993 general elections, built harmony across religious and ethnic groups in Nigeria.
The House remembers him today and always as a true and great son of Nigeria, who touched lives more than any other person in his lifetime, who contributed to the achievement of religious harmony by building bridges between faith organizations like nobody else. The humane boss who employed Nigerians from all walks of life and treated them with affection and care as if they were members of his immediate family. The man who championed good cause of Africans in diaspora and spearheaded the global reparations campaign for Africa and Africans for the exploitation and the heinous crime of slavery meted to them. The House further notes with sadness that despite these uncommon qualities of the late Chief MKO Abiola, capped by his victory at the presidential election of June 12, 1993, but which victory was denied him by retrogressive forces in conspiracy with agents of destabilization, that Nigerian authorities have never at any time conferred a national honor on him in his eventful lifetime or posthumously, despite the fact that many Nigerians and non-Nigerians of dubious value have continued to be decorated with such national honors year in, year out.
The House Committee on Human Rights has been mandated by the House to appraise the findings of the United States Commission on International Religion Freedom as regards how the report affects Nigeria. In a motion sponsored by 12 lawmakers, the House was informed that the Commission was set up to monitor religious freedom across the world and advise the United States Congress on actions to take against countries where religious freedoms are threatened. The House has directed the committee to report back in 6 weeks.
The House also notes that in its 2017 report, just released last month, the Commission moved Nigeria to Tier 1 group from Tier 2 group, which meant that threats to rights to religious freedom are increasingly threatened in Nigeria, which is now officially regarded by the United States as being in the same league with such countries as Myanmar, that's Burma, North Korea, Sudan, Russia, Eritrea, China, Syria, and Tajikistan. Aware that, among others, the clash between the army and the Islamic movement of Nigeria, the activities of the Boko Haram sect, the herdsmen attacks in the Middle Belt and other areas, the killing of a female preacher in Abuja, demolition of churches in some states, and the increasing abduction of women and girls are among the factors that influence the Commission's report. Also aware that the law establishing the Commission requires the President of the United States to take actions designed to improve religious freedom in countries where there have been violations of religious freedom. Further aware that possible actions to be taken by the U.S. government in accordance with this law include making officials responsible for infractions of religious rights inadmissible into the United States, restrictions on assistance to such countries, including military and scientific assistance, and concerned that if such actions are taken, efforts to get international support for the fight against insurgency in Nigeria may be hampered.
Members of the House of Representatives on Telecommunications in a meeting with telecommunications service providers over the recent mass sacking of Nigerian employee in the industry. Representatives of major operators appeared before the House committee to address the development.
Don't think we are here to joke. We are here for a matter. We are here for a motion that concerns Nigeria and Nigerians. And it's very important. And we are time-bound to submit our report. If you think you'll be dragging this thing and you're telling us your CEO is not around, your chief or whatever is not around, we won't tolerate it.
We will take our decision.
Yes, we'll take our decision and it will be binding. I'm saying it now in public, and I know the chairman also will see. The next time you are coming, we want either of your executive directors. Since you don't want it, you don't have a GCOO. Sure. Yeah. When next you are coming, I'm repeating it again, one of the executive directors must come with whoever he wants to come with. It's very, very important. Or else we summon him or her to come and report. It's very important. If it's the parliament, which I can travel, the speaker can ask me to go to anywhere, but it is our duty, our responsibility. We must carry it out. We know he's doing so somewhere else. But this is Nigeria sending us something. This is they ask us to do, ask you companies a question, and we have. Please, I'm even saying please again. The next meeting, we don't want anybody other than the executive directors, either of the two.
One bill that passed through first reading this week is a bill seeking to establish an amnesty scheme to allow people who have illegally accrued money to within a given time frame return part of such monies to government. The sponsor of the bill explains what the bill seeks to achieve.
My bill on economic amnesty was read for the first time. Titled A Bill for an Act to Establish a Scheme to Harness Untaxed Money for Investment Purposes and to Assure Any Declarant regarding inquiries and proceedings under Nigerian laws and for other matters connected therewith. The bill seeks to allow Nigerians and residents who have any money or assets outside the system or have acquired such money or assets illegally, if you like, looted, or any of the variant of that cliche, to come forward within a set time frame to declare them, pay tax and some surcharge, and compulsorily invest the balance of the funds in any sector of his or her choosing of the Nigerian economy, and be granted full and unconditional inquiry from, amnesty from inquiry and prosecution. Being an interventionist scheme, the bill proposes a time frame of 3 years, subject to stakeholder considerations from the commencement of its implementation, unless extended by the executive through the CBN. In return, the bill proposes total and comprehensive amnesty for all declarants from all otherwise repercussions under Nigerian laws, and further provide that such declarations shall be inadmissible in evidence against the declarant, except in matters of national security. Additionally, the bill proposes that outside the exception on grounds of national security, highlighted above, no declarant shall be required to state the source or sources of the assets or income declared.
He says the bill will be an addition to the anti-corruption drive of the federal government.
The whistleblowing law will for all time function. However, the remedy here for the possible victim is that you come out voluntarily. So there will be no cause for whistleblowing on you. So in that regard, the laws of the land continue as regards those aspects. But you are given an opportunity, a window, within which you can avoid the repercussions of the law if you comply in this larger interest of the system.
So what do you think about that bill? I mean, the economic amnesty bill. Anyway, send your views to us. You can get across on Twitter, Facebook, or just send in an email. I look forward to hearing from you. The lawmakers are on a 2-week recess, but the gavel will still be coming your way. And I'm sure you know something is always happening in the National Assembly. Well, it's time for me to leave now. Thanks for being there. Bye.